Hey, good afternoon. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we're going to do some repair work. We gave this estimate last week. We're going to go ahead and get started on this. It's late afternoon. It's been raining all day and rather cold here in Florida. Let's take a look at what we're going to do. So if you remember that estimate, what we're going to do is we've got a discharge point here, and it's a catch basin, and it's just full of water. But we're going to go ahead and clean and repair this drain. And you can see it's been raining hard. Water's been coming all out from the yard. It's really wet. But I have a feeling the line's broken right here. And where they've brought this downspout extension into whatever kind of pipe is here, probably a really poor connection, and it's just backed up completely. As you can see how wet it is back here. Extremely wet. Look at this. Supposedly a French drain there, but we've got two more downspouts, one here and one back here, and again you can see all the water just everywhere through here. The entire yard is just totally saturated with water. Okay, so we've got some water running, and pretty good pressure. Looks like it's taking water pretty good. You look down in there, taking water. Well, let's see what's happening out here as we come out. Looking for any kind of movement here in the catch basin or here in the swampy area. Nothing yet. But we're coming out here to the street where we have our 1065, and what we're going to do is send that cable down through this line from this catch basin all the way back to the back. You see the flow? So we do have a pretty good flow coming out. See it? But the French drain loses water as well as collects it. So they've run their downspouts through that French drain, and this is one of the reasons that you don't want to do that, is because it leaks water back here. It's losing water. And I see some movement. So actually I think the main line here is in good working order, but the French drain's not functioning. So we're going to explore some of that, dig some of this up, and take a look. So as he runs that cable down through the line here, as we reach up into this area, I should be able to hear it. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to find some problems right here where however they connected this downspout extension to this main line down here, and because there's really not any type of fitting for that. So I'm really curious, whoever installed this, we want to see what they did here. So we found the line right here, and what we're doing is we're just going to explore it a little bit to see what kind of connection. It looks like they've got 4-inch corrugated coming somewhere from over here, and it's tying into 4-inch corrugated. So we're going to find a 4-inch T here somewhere at this point. And the cable came right to here. We pulled it back a little bit. So a real quick note, Chuck's going to be taking over here in Orlando here real soon. We found the T right here. Now we just need to expose it both directions this way, and we'll see what kind of things going on there. But looks like they've got some type of fabric around that pipe. So if we explore it both directions, about a shovel back, and we can really see what kind of material this is, what kind of pipe it is. This is always the fun part when you're doing a clean and repair is to explore, you know, because you don't know what somebody else did underground, and you have no idea where they ran their pipe, what material they've used. You don't know. So it's an exploratory surgery is really what it's like. And like I said, this is the fun part. Even though it's a little bit of labor, you know, you're finding out what's going on underground and seeing what they did, you know, what these people do when they installed this, and why isn't this system working properly. A lot of roots off of this bahia grass here in Florida. This stuff puts off tremendous root systems for a grass. You'd just be shocked how much root system there is. The fabric doesn't stop anything from roots. All it's doing is allowing the water to enter into the system. And here in Florida, you can see it's all sand. We must wrap those systems completely. If you're going to run a French drain in the sand, it definitely needs to be wrapped. Just a sock with, yep, it's just a sock with gravel around it. Okay, let's expose this T and start following it back. So I'm going to have Chuck pull these pavers out of the way, because somewhere that white downspout, whatever you want to call it, extension, they've tied it into 4-inch corrugated. I would bet you they just slipped it inside. They may have duct taped it, but that is not the way to do this, and it will leak every time. And this much sinking of the pavers, you can see there's a real problem right there. So if we look carefully, we can really see what they did here. This is a T, and they've wrapped that tight. All of them got duct tape around these sides, but this is not easy flow. This is just a pipe with sock around it, and you can see all the water. It's not collecting that water because it's running uphill. It's running uphill. So that tells me the whole line is probably running uphill, and it probably needs to be replaced. So I know it's hard to see, but this is a great example of fabric wrapped around a perforated pipe. That fabric is just coated with mud, the silt. It won't allow that water to get into the system fast enough, so it pools up in the yard. So if we just come straight down through here with pulling the pavers, we can easily scrape this off. We just need to find out where this connects to the corrugated and check and see what they did there, because I'm sure that that's why all these pavers have dropped off. It always helps if you just stack up your bricks and pavers off to the side. But yeah, you can see right away. You see where the line's already busted right here. And if we just follow this off here in just a second, we're going to see that definitely, oh, I can see it. It's right here. Yeah. You can see where they just slid this inside of that pipe and taped it up. But yeah, when it's broken like this line's got a belly in it, and that's the big problem right here. So as Chuck exposes this, I'm going to go get the homeowner, and we're going to show them what needs to be done here. And basically we need to at least replace these downspout drain lines coming down and tie them correctly into this 4-inch pipe over here. So we're just going to pull this old pipe out of here, and we need the hacksaw. We're going to cut that off. We're going to leave it connected and cut that off right there on the corrugated. And we're going to run PVC with an adapter from PVC to corrugated from the downspout over to this area here. This is John. He's the homeowner, and what we've decided to do here is we're trying to save money. That's what a lot of what Apple Drains tries to do, is save people money. We want to go ahead and replace from here all the way back to the back downspout, and John's agreed to that. It does save quite a bit of money. This is very costly, and it's so sad that whoever put this in, and I mean, you can see the water just looking at it, it just never goes away. And I'll actually let John tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, so when it was first installed, for maybe like about a month, maybe 2 months, it seemed like it drained pretty fine, but then after a while it just seemed like it took longer and longer for the water to sort of evaporate after it rained, and now it kind of feels like there's just like a moat running, throughout the side of my house, and I'm always having to hop over all these wet spots just to toss out the garbage or to make my way back to the side of the house, and it's getting harder and harder to actually just walk around my own property.
Yeah.
It's just so wet all the time.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and replace this, and then we'll talk to John after we're done. So we're going to start by just cutting straight through the corrugated. Nice clean cut. Pull that out of the way. I want to double check this, make sure, yeah, good, because I thought maybe they ran perforated, but they did not. Next, we're going to excavate from here back to the foundation wall. We want to get this to come down and relatively flat to hook into this corrugated pipe. So as we look, we can see why they did what they did. There is a water line here, and they went right over top of it, which is just too high. We need to go underneath of that, and again, they've got a pretty good overpour right here, but that's okay, we'll make that work, no problem. So we're going to try to break some of this overpour off of there. There's quite a bit, but if we can get some of it to crack off of there, that'll be great. Then we can bring that downspout straight down the wall. See if you can break off some of this excess stucco as well right here, just right at the downspout. You have to really hit it. Perfect. A little bit more, and then straight down. Good. That's good. What? Yeah. See what's back there? That looks like solid footer back there. But it'll still work. If we can knock off a little bit more of that, we'll be able to run this PVC down through there. Otherwise, we're going to have to run corrugated. So you can see Chuck broke off that concrete, and now from the downspout, we can go straight down the wall and put our 90, and then go underneath of this water pipe. Looks like there's two pipes there, by the way. Are there two pipes there, Chuck? Or just one?
There's definitely two.
Yeah.
I thought it was three.
Might be three. But yeah, all we got to do is scrape this clean, and we're almost ready to install some pipe. So remember, the secret to a professional install is that you want to go straight down the wall from this downspout. That's perfect where he's got that right now. We go straight down, and then that line turns and runs out from the 90 over to where we're going to hook up to their existing pipe over there. We may have to go all the way to the T, but we'll check it out. So here's our connection that we're going to use. This has barbs in it. It'll snap into place inside the corrugated as well as into our solid 4-inch PVC. So we need a measurement from right here to this 90. So let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. Now we need to get this pipe underneath of these pipes. So a little tricky part right here is hooking up this 90. But if we get it on there and just twist and wiggle it, it'll go right on there. Yeah, back and forth, up and down, and just wiggle it. So we need to make a measurement from this 90, and you can see how far it goes down into the fitting. It goes way down into that fitting. Right, almost exactly at the 90. From here, all the way up to our spout adapter, which is going to be up here. And again, it has to go inside this lip. So I'm going to make that measurement. So I'm making a cut right here, just make a mark. Now I'm going to transfer that mark and we'll cut it right off. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of twist this, come over closer. I'm going to kind of twist it to the side and just wiggle it all the way down to the bottom of that fitting. And then I'm just going to use a brick to tap it in. And you can see it's a tight fitting. We are all the way down there. Okay. So I had to loosen up the downspout clamp to hold it to the wall to get this to fit properly. And now we can get this guy on here. Perfect. We'll go ahead and tighten that up. Do that here in just a second. Okay, so we've got the downspout secured, just square it up a little bit, and you can see we had to go down deep and go underneath of these water lines. There's 2 of them right here, and excuse me, and they went over the top. We made a real nice connection right here. We made a real nice connection here to the corrugated. Now we can just cover it up. So now we're just going to backfill, and then we can set the pavers in place once we get it backfilled a little bit. And as you heard John, we're going to go ahead and replace this line. We have to call in the utilities, something that everyone should always remember to do before you actually do a major excavation. Okay, so we're all done. We're loading up the machine, put our 1065 away, and Chuck is putting the pavers back over there. And this job's complete for today. At least they have some good drainage until we get back out here to replace it. But we will be replacing this line with the new French drain. So you can see their problem. The biggest problem they had was that whoever installed this, they used that downspout extension, and it just totally collapsed, didn't go underneath of the pipe, and of course they just duct taped that into the corrugated. But that's the biggest problem. But take a look at our new channel, and that's the Rescue Nursery, where we go out and take all the shrubbery from these older jobs. We teach you how to divide them, propagate them, regrow them, all done in the nursery. And I just know you're going to like this channel. It's got time-lapse and all the above. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.